A climate change conference entitled Vegan Organic for Prosperity and to Save the Planet from Climate Change was held on October 22, 2009 in Jakarta, the capital city of Indonesia. The purpose of the conference was to raise awareness on the grave issues of global warming and the most effective and key solution to halt it in its tracks, the vegan diet. Participating dignitaries included Indonesia's Assistant Minister for Economics and Poverty Alleviation, Ms. Sri Hudiastudi. Also speaking as presenters were Ms. Kira Jamtani, an associate of the Third World Network based in Bali, Indonesia, Indonesian naval physician Dr. Anton Budiono, and Professor Aras Ananta, senior researcher at the Institute of Southeast Asian Studies in Singapore. Guest of honor Supreme Master Ching Hai graciously answered questions from the distinguished audience members on topics such as the vegan trend to stop global warming and ways to implement organic vegan farming. We now invite you to join us for part 7 of the 8-part rebroadcast of the video conference with Supreme Master Ching Hai entitled Vegan Organic for Prosperity and to Save the Planet from Climate Change, held on October 22, 2009 on Jakarta, Indonesia.
The next question is from Mr. Teguh Wibowo, who is a Red Cross volunteer.
Thank you, Madam.
Welcome. Welcome.
Dear Supreme Master Ching Hai, we have been together with your association member doing some humanitarian mission at disaster area recently. We were very touched and admire the sincerity and enthusiasm of your disciple in helping those people, the victim of natural disaster. They are always enthusiastic and talk they eat only simple vegan food. Our question is, if we shift to vegan or vegan organic diet, will our good humanity side be developed more? Thank you.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for doing the good deeds with the Red Cross and helping your countrymen. God bless you. Allah bless you. Thank you for your kind words also about our association members. They're trying to be the best humans that we want to be. And I am glad that you are happy with the stamina and vitality of their vegan nutrition. I also appreciate very much your efforts and those of the Red Cross in offering comfort and aid to those in the most needed hour in Indonesia, and of course for the Red Cross around the world. In answer to your question about whether the organic vegan diet will help develop our good humanity side, yes, of course it will. Meat poisons the body, first of all, and that leads to inevitable disease and heartaches for both the individual and their loved ones, and also because it makes us sick by poisoning our body. Our mind will also be clouded. So we cannot always think straight. We cannot always follow our instinct to be the best human that we want to be. So even from a purely physical perspective, foregoing animal products is a choice of goodness. Consciously turning to veganism for reasons of compassion means that the good humanity side is developed even more. And it's so easy. It's just expanding a little more what you are already doing. In your work for the Red Cross as a volunteer, you offer your free time, your physical aid to care for the people in times of disaster. You give them food and basic necessities with perhaps a kind word, a comforting gesture, and you see that they feel heartened and uplifted with hope to have a strength to continue in such a dire situation. If you were not there, if the Red Cross were not there, maybe they have lost their spirit of fighting. Maybe they would die also of sorrow and hopelessness. So you are saving lives by being there. Well, you just do a little bit more, saving animals' lives, and you'll be perfect. Well, the choice of vegan diet is like doing the same thing with the animals, you see? Same thing with human. You save human lives, give them love, give them help to continue to live. So now we're doing the same with animals. Just leave them, let them live. Only in this case, the so-called disaster site is what we can call the massacre site or mass murder site, where the animals are brutally killed en masse, usually in windowless places where we cannot see, so we don't know what's going on. We don't know how horrible the place inside. We don't know how they're treated. They're screaming, they're dragged alive, they are stabbed, they hang upside down. Every possible cruelty is inflicted upon them. If we don't eat animals' meat, these things will not happen. So we save their lives indirectly. Some animals are shocked electrically to supposedly stun them to no feeling, but this often fails. So they are still conscious while being suspended upside down from a hook, and their throats mercilessly slit, bleeding to death. Some are dragged screaming to their death, while others have been filmed or having their heads crushed by the boots of a human. Imagine, we are civilized people. Even if we do not directly partake in this killing, we are still responsible if we eat the meat, or dairy products, or even fishes for that matter. Even eggs are being bred very cruelly, very cruelly. Milk, eggs, they're all very cruelly bred. We cannot imagine what cruelty we human inflicts upon the innocent, harmless animal. Even just a little chicks like this, so puffy, so cute, so sweet. I have talked about that in other lectures, in other answers, so I will not want to elaborate further here to make pain in your heart. But we have all this information on the Supreme Master Television and www.suprememastertv.com if you care to look how human treated innocent, harmless and helpless animals. Okay, even fish, since they are produced with the similar cruel practices as the meat, we should not consume fish. If we engage on any level in the unspeakably inhumane practices of the animal industry, we also carry the burden of the animal's murder. I'm sorry to say, indirectly. We carry the murders, the effect. Scientists find more and more that animals are just like us in feeling pain and even knowing when they are being taken to their massacre. To know for ourselves that this is true, we only need to see pictures showing the anguish of the animal as he or she is led to the final stop in his or her tragically short and horrible life. To deepen our compassion for these and other horrors endured by our endlessly forgiving, loving animal friends. Anyone can watch videos available from www.suprememastertv.com/stop-animal-cruelty. It's all free of charge, free of obligation, free of any string attached. Or you can watch them from organizations such as PETA and the likes, animal protection groups. The animals are not only like us in having intelligence, emotions, and intuition. They are our friends and helpers. So many blessings from heaven come through their very existence. Truly it's like that. Through meditation, through inner knowledge, I understood this, and I'm telling you the truth. We do not kill our benefactors or our friends. Making a vegan choice is thus a true advancement in the evolution and goodness of our humanity. And then we also know that like attracts like, goodness attracts more goodness. As we share this compassionate truth with others, not only will our own humanity be further uplifted, so will the world's. Thank you very much for your sincere and caring question. May Allah bless you in your work and your life, and bless the Red Cross of the Indonesia.
Thank you, Supreme Master Ching Hai, for such a beautiful answer.
Some of the diseases related to meat consumption and or production: Q fever, norovirus, swine flu,
Ebola reston virus. Cured meats and fish increase leukemia risk in children. Antibiotic-resistant superbug infections from a strain of Staphylococcus aureus.
blue tongue disease, E. coli, salmonella, bird flu, mad cow disease or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, 90% of the population at risk, pig's disease or PMWS, listeriosis, shellfish poisoning, preeclampsia, Campylobacter, Clostridium difficile, diseases hidden in healthy-appearing livestock.
Some of the costs of meat eating. Infertility. Eating just one serving of meat per day increases the risk of women's infertility by 32%, with additional meat consumption increasing the risk.
Heart disease. Over 17 million lives lost globally each year. Cost of cardiovascular disease is at least $1 trillion a year.
Cancer. Colon rectal cancer. Over 1 million new colon cancer patients diagnosed each year. More than 600,000 colon cancer-related mortalities annually. In the United States alone, colon cancer treatment costs about $6.5 billion. Millions of people are newly diagnosed with other meat-related cancers every year. Diabetes. 246 million people are affected worldwide. An estimated $174 billion spent each year on treatment in just the United States.
Obesity. Worldwide, 1.6 billion adults are overweight, with 400 million more who are obese. Costs $93 billion each year for medical expenses in the United States alone. At least 2.6 million people die annually from problems related to being overweight or obese. Environmental. Use up to 70% of clean water. Pollute most of the water bodies. Deforest the lungs of the earth. Uses up to 43% of the world's cereal. Uses up to 85% of the world's soy. Cause world hunger and wars. 80% cause of global warming. Plus more.
Some of the costs of milk consumption: cowpox from milking cows, bacterial microbes, pesticides, and enzymes found in cheese derived from the inner stomach linings of other animals. Up to 80% of the calories in cheese are from pure fat. Breast, prostate, and testicular cancer from hormones present in milk, listeria, and Crohn's disease. Hormones in saturated fat leads to osteoporosis, obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Linked to higher incidences of multiple sclerosis. Classified as a major allergen. Lactose intolerance, plus more. For more urgent information, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/killers.
Next question comes from Mr. Hadianto. He is an Indonesian travel agent as well as a vegan.
Thank you.
Wow. happy.
Dear Supreme Master Ching Hai,
climate change brings new questions to the modern society. From economic development, the increasing standards of living to luxurious ways of living even for daily activity compared to the earlier ages. All these are now challenged once again by the catastrophic climate change that is believed to be caused by human activity. One phenomenon that is also very contributive to a GHG emission to the atmosphere is the rapid increase in global population. Also, as one of the consequences of increased living standard, the question is, how should we human beings develop? Is there or will there be a limit for this? How should the society be built? Thank you, Master.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It is true that we must be careful of our way of life and try to be more frugal and protective of our precious resources. We should not lose ourselves in the material aspects of life without paying attention to our moral standards and spiritual development as well. This is important also, even more important than material development. Or else we will be in trouble sooner or later. We might even lose everything, including our material development, our lives, and our planet, like we are in the fact facing now. I'm glad to see that you walk the talk because you are a vegan. Thank you. Thank you. The animals, thank you. And you look so handsome and healthy. Can you stand up and let everybody look at you? Turn around. He really look handsome. Yes. Look at him, huh? Please don't be shy. You must save the animal at all costs. Now, if we, the human race, develop as a vegan society, and better yet, a spiritual vegan society, there will be no limit to our material development. Because then, sir, we will have the wisdom and the love to propel us on a balanced, straight course of the future, bright future for our planet, our children. If we have the spiritual eye, we will find that past civilizations, both on Earth and other planets, sometimes developed too quickly in the technological sense, but the spiritual development, their store of love was low or empty. And what we see the pattern is that no society can last long if they refuse to sustain the lives of their own members and fellow beings. I mean, include all the beings like animals and trees. Or if they destroy the environment they live in, then that society cannot live long. We can see that also in historical record. Just like the proverb that says, the frog does not drink up all the water in the pond in which he lives, because he needs the water. See? So we cannot destroy the environment and live in it as well. It is not the rapid increase in global population that is the problem, sir. It might contribute, but a little bit. We had enough to sustain everybody. More than that, we have enough food to feed the world thrice over. Right now even, if we don't feed all the food to the animals. Yes, you know that. The real problem is our meat consumption, the tendency of mass killing that we have made a part of our lives, and we look at it as a normal life. It is not normal. It's not normal that we cause suffering to others who has feeling and who shed red blood and call that a food or earn a living. We cannot earn a living or sustain a living by death. Meat consumption is the way of not just cruelty, but of waste on unimaginable, gross scale. To illustrate, let's compare a meat eater to a vegan. One meat eater requires 2 hectares, that's 4 acres of land, to support him. But that same 2 hectares or 4 acres of land could support the healthy lifestyle of 80 vegans. Compare that. Now, let's look at water. A meat eater uses up 15,000 liters of water per day because of the meat diet, which is 15 times as much water as a vegan would use. Because we use a lot of water to raise cattle and to wash them, to clean them, etc. And to water the crops that feed the animals as well. So we use a lot of water just for one piece of meat. Now, there is also a dramatic difference in terms of emissions from the diet. The meat-based diet's emissions is equivalent to driving a car 4,758 kilometers. That is 17 times the emissions for an organic vegan diet, which is equivalent to only 281 kilometers. In other words, an organic vegan diet produces 94% less emissions than a meat-based diet. 94% less emission. So if we just choose a vegan diet, we will save the world in no time. 94% less pollution emission from a vegan diet compared to a meat diet. Now, vegans also save immeasurable pollution costs, energy costs, resource costs, disease treatment costs, global warming costs, tax costs, plus the emotional costs related to the sorrow and suffering of the people. That is much more than money or anything we can imagine of. Now added together, the impact of a meat-eating population is just unimaginably huge and wrong. Whereas the impact of a vegan population always comes out to be a tiny fraction of the meat-eaters' terrible impact. So if we don't eliminate meat consumption, we could never reach even a low impact on the environment, no matter what else we do. We must stop the most inefficient, unsustainable, lives-destroying practice of murdering animals and stop it now. Stop it yesterday. The animal meat industry has to go, be it animals from the air, the land, or the sea. Can we imagine, The animals, they just fly in the air. They don't even touch us. They don't do anything to us. We shoot them down. We trap them, drag them home, and eat. We call that food. The fish swimming in the sea, mind his own business. Do nothing harm to us, ever. Don't even know us, don't even see us. We net them up, suffocate them, drag them to our table, and we call that food. That fish might have a lot of babies waiting for him. That bird might have a lot of babies waiting for her. And the land animals, they have not been so many. It's just we breed them, meaning inviting them to our planet. Now, if we invite somebody to our home, what do we call this person? A guest, no? Is that true? Yes. Okay. Now we invite these poor, innocent animals to our planet, and then we torture them all their miserable lives, confine them in a little cage that they could not even turn around all their life, including pregnant animals, including little baby animals. We invite them to our planet by breeding them, by inseminating, by using all kind of techniques to invite them to our planet. Then we torture them, molesting them, suffocate them, and murder them en masse. What kind of hosts are we? What kind of hosts are we? Why do we invite them here and treat them first? If somebody invited us to their home and treated us like that, imagine how we feel. Imagine if we are in the position of that confined pig or chained cows or suffocating chickens or ducks in overcrowded animal factory. Imagine it's us, then you understand what I'm talking about. We have to stop all this cruelty because we're civilized human people. We are civilized. We are educated. We are religious. We have been taught by all the gracious prophets since times immemorial to be a dignified human beings. So we have to stop all this mass murdering the animals from air, from land, or from sea, from anywhere at all. That's the only way we can and should develop sustainably for our children and grandchildren and future generations. That's the only way we should develop. And after all, the vegan way of building society is the most befitting to the human standard of compassion. It is truly the way of most peaceful, paradise-like, children of God-like civilizations, because we save lives. Not only we save the animals, we save our lives, we save the lives of the world, of the people in the world. Then we are heroes. The planets that were saved from destruction, like Venus, were saved because their societies became vegan. I mean the one that are saved. That I mentioned, there are 4 Venuses, only 2 of them are saved because their societies became vegan. The other 2 Venus were destroyed. One is completely gone, one is boiling hot, uninhabitable, because they have not been vegan. The 2 Venus are saved because they have become vegan. Many planets that did not survive, like Mars, perished with meat still in their mouth, between their teeth. So it is up to us, sir. If we alone are vegan, we ourselves will change at least. And if there are enough of us, our society will change. You know how it changed your life. Yes, the vegan diet. We become smarter, more sensitive, more compassionate, more considerate to other people and environment and animals around us. We became a different person. And we are happy to become so different. Yes. If everyone in the society become vegan, we will develop in an incredible way as a whole planet in the universe. And that time there will be no limit to our spiritual development and even our social, technological, material development once we turn to our compassionate, God-like nature. Everything else will naturally be built on this new foundation. And the correct foundation, the only foundation we should have, of loving kindness. And the society will develop itself and manage itself accordingly in peace, wisdom, compassion, and dignified coexistence among all living beings. Thank you, Mr. Haryanto.
Thank you, Mr.
Please advise your clients to do the same.
Thank you very much, Master, for your answer.
Some of the benefits of a vegetarian diet: lowers blood pressure, lowers cholesterol levels, reduces type 2 diabetes, prevents stroke conditions, reverses atherosclerosis, reduces heart disease risk 50%, reduces heart surgery risk 80%, prevents many forms of cancer. Stronger immune system, increases life expectancy up to 15 years. Higher IQ, saves 70% of a total cost of $40 trillion for reducing global warming. Uses 4.5 times less land to grow food. Conserves up to 70% clean water. saves 80% of the cleared Amazonian rainforest from animal grazing. A solution for world hunger. Free up 3.4 billion hectares of land. Free up 760 million tons of grain every year, or half the world's grain supply. Consumes 1/3 fossil fuels of those used for meat production. Reduces pollution from untreated animal waste. Maintains cleaner air. Saves 4.5 tons of emissions per U.S. household per year. Stop 80% of global warming. Plus more. Save your life. Be veg. Go green.
Menurut saya, menjadi vegetarian adalah hal yang baik karena kita bisa mengurangi efek-efek metana yang terjadi di dunia ini yang mengakibatkan banyak perubahan iklim ataupun cause global warming.
Apakah rencana Anda untuk mengubah pola makan Anda setelah melihat seminar ini menjadi vegetarian atau vegan organic?
Saya akan berniat melakukan seperti itu karena emang dari sebelum-sebelumnya saya melihat emang hasilnya sangat oke banget. Saya akan mencoba, tapi emang karena jika lahir kita sudah diajarkan untuk makan daging, akan juga susah untuk mengubah kebiasaan itu. Tapi kalau kita mencoba, tidak ada hal yang tidak bisa. Saya Adeline dari Sahabat Alam, be veg, go green, save the planet.
Yang pertama mengharukan sekali karena dia begitu menghayati ya, tapi kayaknya berjuangnya terus gitu. Dari seminar ini kayaknya lagi deh diadakan lagi itu di mana-mana gitu, melindungi alam, membantu alam, mengembalikan kualitas alam seperti semula. Gitu.
Oke, kita tahu ya bahwa global warming issue itu udah parah banget. It's time for us to start something new gitu, yang mudah-mudahan lewat dari sini bisa lebih cepat lagi untuk nanggulangi global warming issue. Saya VJ Surya dari MTV Insomnia.
Saya VJ Adi dari MTV Insomnia Indonesia. Please be fake, go green, and save the planet.
I'm very inspired by what Master Ching Hai said. Her way to motivate people to be a vegan by helping the planet and then reducing the greenhouse emission gas and all the bad methane effect to our planet. Simply turning ourselves to be a vegan is really inspiring and really motivating to be a vegan, yeah. If that very noble intention can help do something to save this planet, and why not? And I'm going to willingly do that and help that. Hello, Supreme Master Ching Hai. I'm very honored to listen to your seminar, and I wish I have a chance to one day really actually meet you face to face, because there's a lot of things I want to ask and discuss with you. Thank you so much.
It was a joy having you with us today for Words of Wisdom. Part 8 of this rebroadcast of the live video conference, Vegan Organic for Prosperity and to Save the Planet from Climate Change, with guest of honor, Supreme Master Ching Hai, will air next Tuesday, so please tune in to Supreme Master Television. Up next is A Journey Through Aesthetic Realms, right after Noteworthy News. May you have a blissful life under God's loving grace.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/WOW.